Leverkusen. I'm watching from Gelsenkirchen. Dortmund, Augsburg. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario, and I will be the one to take you for today's lessons. What can you understand about this sign? So anytime you see a sign like this, understand one thing, that what? You cannot enter a sign like this, but vehicles can what? Can come outside. This sign keeps reminding us that we cannot drive inside. We cannot go inside. We cannot enter a street that has this sign. A road that has this sign. Me and you cannot enter, but vehicles can come outside. That means that road that we see this sign is called a one-way road. One direction. One way. One direction. Because of what? Because of this sign. Now, what does this mean? This 100 meters means that as you continue to drive in 100 meters ahead of you, in 100 meters ahead of you, you are going to see a sign that you cannot enter. You are going to see a street that you cannot enter. So start to get yourself ready. So anytime you see 100 without an arrow sign, there is no arrow pointing to this side or this side. So it means that ahead of you, there's going to be a sign that you cannot enter. Ahead, in 100 meters, there's going to be a road, a street that you cannot enter. What does this traffic sign indicate? One-way street long? No. A custom point 100 meters ahead? No. No entry 100 meters ahead. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, here is a 30 zone. Here is what? A 30 zone. You cannot drive more than 30 in this place. There are two types of places we usually see this sign. Number one, we see it at kindergarten. Number two, we see it at residential area where people are living. Kindergarten, they will put 30 because for children that may rush out from kindergarten. So when you put 30, you have to be watching out. You have to reduce your speed. Not let your speed be more than 30. Because a child may run from the school. What happens? Imagine you are driving 50 and a child runs out from the school. What happens? Wahala, yawado gas. So anytime you see a sign like this, you are restricted not to drive more than 30. You are not allowed to drive more than 30. You are not permitted to drive more than 30. Only 30 downwards. Why? To get yourself forward. An emergency situation. Wahala fit happen. Yawa fit gas. So that's why you are reducing your speed. You are reducing your speed. You are reducing your speed. And it has to be what? Under 30. In this zone, it could be a very long street. That means the whole of that street to the end, that area, you cannot drive more than 30. Because some children may run out, adults may run out. It depends. So when you see a sign like this, you must not drive above 30. What does this traffic sign indicate? The start of a zone with a permitted maximum speed, an obligatory minimum speed, a recommended. Is it recommended? It's not recommended. Is it an obligatory minimum? No. It is what? It is a permitted what? A permitted maximum speed. A permitted maximum speed. Not a recommended. You are not recommended to do it. You are only allowed and permitted to drive 30. You guys take note too. In this zone, you are not allowed to drive more than 20. Don't drive more than 20. Because why? The road is very busy. People pass it here and there. People always pass the road. So you cannot drive more than what? More than 20 kilometers per hour. So if you are seeing a sign like this, you must understand that you cannot drive through more than 20. So this street, this zone, this area, you are not allowed to drive more than 20 kilometers per hour. Number 2, you are allowed to stop, but not more than what? 3 minutes. This side here, you are allowed to stop, but it should not be more than what? 3 minutes. And why are you allowed to stop? To let somebody come out from your car, or to carry somebody in your car. 2 things. To let somebody come out from your car, or to let somebody enter your car, or to load a car and unload a car. You bought 5 crates of stout, of Heineken, and then you want to put it in your car. It should not be what? More than 3 minutes. So you are allowed to stop in this place, but not what? More than 3 minutes. Do they look alike? 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 I taught you yesterday, right? Do they look alike? Yes. This is what they mean. You are allowed to park. This one says that you are allowed to park with this for 2 hours. Only 2 hours. So you are allowed to use what? This parking disc to park for this place for what? Not more than 2 hours. So that means if you are using this place or you want to stop at this place, you should not spend more than 2 hours there. Because this one is free of charge. You don't pay for it. In fact, as soon as you have your license, your school will give you this. Your school will give you this to send you off. Your school will give you this. As soon as you have your license, they will send it through post to your house. That's how I got my own. When I got my license, they sent it through post to my house. I received it. I was laughing. So, this is what a parking disc. You use it sometimes when the meters are defective, or when it is stipulated at a sign like this. So when you see a sign like this, then you are supposed to use this, but not more than what? 2 hours. Are we good? Make them send my own already. They will send all of your own, okay? Don't worry. Everybody here, they will send all your own. They will send it, okay? Don't go and buy, oh. They will send it to you. Don't go and buy. Thank you so much, Sandy. God bless you. So let's go to the question here. A traffic calm commercial zone vehicles Verkehrsbereich start here. What must you do? You must pay attention to allowed maximum parking time. Yes. You must observe a minimum speed of 20. It's not minimum. It is not minimum. It is maximum. It is maximum. It is not minimum. All right? It is maximum. Don't let the English confuse you. It is what? Maximum. So number 2 is not correct. You must specially watch out for what? For busy pedestrians. Ladies and gentlemen, before you can what? You can drive at 30. But by the time you see stroke like this, then that means that you are not free to drive more than 30. Remember, we just see a question just now that we cannot drive more than 30 kilometers per hour. And then we saw another question again, that we can drive more than what? More than 30. So anytime we see a sign like this, it is after we have been restricted. It is after a restricted zone. That's when we now see a sign like this to remind us that before we used to drive only 30 kilometers per hour. But right now, because of this sign here, we are now allowed to drive more than 30 kilometers per hour, and which is 50. Which is what? Which is 50. In your city, you are allowed to drive 50 kilometers per hour as maximum speed inside your city. So when this thing goes off, just know that you are allowed to what? To drive 50 maximum. Are we understanding it? Are we understanding it? Is it clear, guys? Is it clear, guys? What does this traffic sign indicate? The end of a zone with what? A permitted maximum speed. Yes. An obligatory minimum. No. A recommended speed of 30. No. All right. God bless all my gifters. Thank you so much. You are not allowed to drive more than 60. This sign tells us that you are restricted not to drive more than 60. You are restricted not to drive more than 60. All right? That's what this sign says. Anytime you see two signs combined together, that means they are working together. Anytime you see two signs working together or together, that means they are working together hand in hand. You cannot drive at 60 where? When the road is wet. By Nase. By Nase. Okay? Nas. When something is Nas in German, it means something is wet, slippery, right? So when it is wet, you cannot drive more than 60. If they say the road you cannot drive more than 60, that means you cannot drive. But because they added this to it, that means it is only when it is wet. Look at it now. It is only when it is wet that you cannot drive more than 60. Otherwise, they could have just put only 60 here to let us know that in this road, we cannot drive more than 60. But because they added this to this, that means in this road, if the road is slippery, if rain fall, there is ice on the roadway, the road is wet, slippery, has liquid on the road, you cannot drive more than 60. But if there is no rain, the road is not slippery, the road is not wet, that is why you cannot drive more than 60. Otherwise, they could have just put only 60 here. So they wanted me and you to understand better that you can not drive more than 60 only when the road is wet. But if the road is dry, you can drive more than 60. Otherwise, you could have been only here. I don't know if I'm making sense. So in this question now, we can drive more than 60 only when rain not fall. Only when the road is what? Dry. But we cannot drive more than 60 when the rain is wet. And that's why these two signs are going together. Am I making sense? Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Are you allowed to drive at a speed faster than 60 kilometers here? Yes. If the roadway is dry. Do you get it? Yes. If the roadway is dry, you can. Why not? If you love me, I need 10 people to give us this beautiful heart. 10 people, 10 people, 10 people. 10 people, God bless you. Thank you so much. Help us reach our goal. 9 more persons. Thank you, Madam Sandy. God bless you. Thank you so much, guys. Come on, guys. Let's hit that goal. Let's hit that goal. Let's hit that goal, guys. Come on, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit the goal, guys. Sandy, thank you so much, Sandy. God bless you. Madam Mirabel, thank you so much. God bless you. Madam Heidi, God bless you. You are here? I thought you're not here. Good evening, Madam. Madam Unstoppable, you are blessed. Thank you so much. Come on, guys. Let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal. You're welcome, Madam. Let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal, guys. Come on, come on, come on. There's no time. There's no time. Thank you, Oga Norris. You are blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonye, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go on, guys. Let's go on, let's go on. Let's hit it. Where are the new people? You also need to start supporting us. So the new people, we have to grow. We have to grow together, okay? You have to support us. The show is free. The class is free. But you have to put a smile on our face. All right? Please, Mr. Norris, please leave Madam Heidi, please. Don't question anybody, okay? It's not fair. It's not nice to question anybody. All right? She will write her exam on her own. You don't even need to call her, okay? If I should be calling out people who are watching me for the past 5 months that have never gifted me, I know a lot of people who have been watching me. I know the people who are joining me, but I never call them out to gift me. All right, so let everybody write their exams at their own time, okay? Let everybody write their exams. No hurry, because she's the one to write it, not you. All right? I know people who have been watching me and they've never gifted me. I didn't call them out. I didn't call them out. So please. Yeah, I understand, but someone reach our goal. Let's continue now. Come on, guys. First timers, also try to reach our goal, okay? And one thing I want you to understand is, Madam Heidi has been so supportive. She's not the only person moving this class, but she's been the backbone of this class, the backbone. I am telling you, all right? So I think she's going to do it in her own time, all right? Doesn't matter. All right. Make una help us reach our goal now. Make una help us reach our goal. May we still continue now. So we go your day, yeah. Hey God. Bless we go still quarter today. Oh, ha. Quarter your full grant. Jesus. Bless we go quarter today. Oh. God, oh. Provide for my people, I beg. So when you sit there here today, but God, provide for my people. Mana Jane, thank you so much. Hey. Oh, God Norris, thank you. God bless you. Not complete. Let's move on. This is a sign to remind us that we cannot overtake. You cannot overtake a car here. See, this red one means say you can't overtake a car here. So anytime you see a sign like this, it is a remembrance. A remembrance to everybody that what? We cannot overtake in this place. You cannot overtake a vehicle. What kind of vehicle? Cars. Cars. But you can overtake motorcycles without what? Sidecar. What when you Google a motorcycle without sidecar, or when you Google a motorcycle with sidecar, you will see that a motorcycle with sidecar usually have 3 tires, 2 for back, 1 for front. Old school bike. So you can only overtake a motorcycle without sidecar. That means a motorcycle that has what? 2 tires, 1, 2, 2 tires, 2-wheeler vehicles, you are allowed to overtake it because this sense allows you. But when you see this sign like this, you must remember you can overtake a car. Do you get it? You can overtake a car. All right? Which vehicle are you allowed to overtake where you see this sign? Motorcycle with sidecar? No. Car? No. Motorcycle without sidecar. You cannot overtake here. You cannot overtake again. This is a sign to constantly remind you that you cannot overtake in this place. You cannot. You cannot overtake. Now we can see an arrow. Before we saw, the first question we saw was 100 meters ahead. We cannot enter, right? Now, this sign here tells us that for the distance of 3 kilometers, we cannot overtake. That's why we have this arrow. So anytime you see an arrow, it means from the moment where you saw this sign to what? To 3 kilometers. From the distance or from the place where you saw these combinations of signs. For a 3 meter long, that means you cannot what? Overtake. So what does that mean? It means that in 3 meters, in 3 kilometers, in 3 kilometers, we are not allowed to overtake any car. For the distance of 3 kilometers, not 3 kilometers ahead though, not 3 kilometers ahead, for the distance of what? 3 kilometers, We are not allowed to what? To overtake the distance. So from the moment where we saw this sign, from the place where we saw this sign, for another 3 kilometers long, we are not allowed to overtake. What does this traffic signs indicate? The start of no overtaking area 3 kilometers ahead. No. The roadway with 2 lanes in one direction. No. No overtaking for what? For 3 kilometers. No overtaking for what? For 3 kilometers. Okay. Oh. No, can you see any arrow pointing this side? Can you see any arrow pointing this side? Can you see any arrows pointing this side? Can you see any arrows? No. So because there is no arrow here, that means you cannot overtake in 200 meters ahead of you. That means the sign is waiting ahead of you. It's there in front of you. Where? 200 meters in front of you. You will not what? Overtake. So it's like a remembrance reminding you that as you continue to drive in 200 meters in front of you, you cannot overtake. Not a distance of 200 meters, oh no. In 200 meters, as you continue to drive in front later, you cannot what? Overtake a car. So when there is no arrow here, that means it is always ahead. When there is an arrow here, arrow pointing here, 2 arrows pointing here, that means it is a distance from where you are to that particular number they put. But here, because there is no arrow, that means it is in 200 meters ahead of us. So we cannot overtake. Now we can overtake, but later in 200 meters, we cannot overtake because there is a sign here that tells us we cannot overtake in 200 meters ahead of us. What do these traffic signs indicate? No overtaking for 200 meters. The end of no overtaking area 200 meters ahead. A start of no overtaking area 200 meters ahead. Are you guys confused? Are you confused or are you okay? Is everyone okay? Are you all okay? Are you confused? Man, I'm unstoppable. Tell me, do you want me to explain again? Man, I'm unstoppable. Do you want me to explain again? Man, I'm unstoppable. Do you want me to explain again? Man, I'm unstoppable. It's your comment I'm looking for. Man, I'm unstoppable. Now your comment I the wait for so. Is she here? I thought I saw a comment. Don't talk for her. No, don't. I didn't see that yes. I didn't see that yes. I'm waiting for a comment. Yes, I have said yes. Okay, so I didn't see it now. Sorry, no verse. No verse. I said, listen, calm down. In fact, go and drink, just drink little water and calm down, okay? Calm down. What I said is, this is a sign of what? No overtaking. This is a sign of no overtaking, all right? No overtaking in this place. and there is another sign attached to it. So that means that anytime we see a sign like this that has no arrow pointing upwards, you know, the other sign we saw an arrow pointing upwards, an arrow. So if we see a sign like this that is not pointing, there's no arrow on it, that means it is always ahead of us. So when we see an arrow here, it means from where we are in a distance of that particular number, we cannot overtake. But this one is not about distance. This one is about what we are going to see ahead of us. What we are going to meet in the future, if there's any word like that. What we are going to see in front of us. So that means as we continue to drive for 200 meters, in front of us, we are going to see a sign that will tell us we cannot overtake. And that's why when we see this sign, we start to get ourselves ready. Oh, before we know, we'll get to 100 meters. Before we know, we'll get to 150. Oh, now we have arrived in 200 meters. And then we saw the sign. That means in 200 meters in front of us, as we continue to drive, we will see a sign that will tell us not to overtake. I don't know, was that helpful? Madam, was that helpful? I know she will give us something. I know. That's why I always, when the people who are gifting me tell me they don't understand, I can come again, no problem. I will do it for you. Because I know them. So that's why we got number 3 correct. In fact, I'm so happy doing it for them. I'm so happy. But you have not supported us one day. You are asking me to come again. Ladies and gentlemen, you were restricted before not to drive more than 60. But as soon as you see this sign, that means before you were restricted, but now you are allowed to drive more than 60. So anytime you see a sign like this, you are now allowed to drive more than 60. You are not permitted to drive more than 60. You are no longer restricted. So these signs now permit you, give you the license, give you the rights to what? To drive more than 60. Because before, you were only seeing that 60 and a red circle circling it. But now, it is no more there. As long as we see this strifing, this stroke, cancelling it, that means before, we were restricted to drive above 60. But right now, we are now allowed to drive more than what? 60 kilometers per hour. Whew. What does this traffic sign indicate? The end of speed restriction. A prohibition faster than 60. The start of speed restriction. God bless all my gifters. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much. Those of you gifting me, God bless you. What does this sign mean? You cannot overtake before. You cannot overtake before. You cannot even speed. So you are either restricted from overtaking or from speeding. Before, you were restricted from overtaking or from speeding. So the moment you saw this sign, oh, we now have freedom to what? To overtake and to speed. So the restriction they gave us not to overtake before and not to speed, maybe 60 kilometers or maybe 70 kilometers or maybe 80 kilometers maximum. The moment we saw this sign, it means now that we cannot speed up. Not just speed up, we can now also what? Overtake. So this signs what? Cancel all the restriction we used to have before. cancel all the failure we had before. Now, this sign is not permitting us to speed up and to also what? Have the license and the right to what? To overtake. That's what this sign does to you when you see it. Do you understand? Are we good? Are we good, guys? Is it clear, guys? Which prohibition cease to apply when you see the sign? The speed restriction, no parking, no overtaking. All these ones, they have stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, help us reach our goal. 10 beautiful people help us reach our goal, guys. If you love what we're doing, please support us. Madam Unstoppable, you are blessed. Thank you so much. Those of you who love what we are doing, support us and help us reach our goal. God bless you. Thank you, Madam Heidi. You are blessed. Thank you so much. 8 more beautiful people. Come on, guys. Let's support the ministry. Let's support. Thank you so much, Oga Norris. You are blessed. Thank you, sir. I appreciate. All of you coming for the first time, please support us and help us reach our goal. All right, help us reach our goal. Thank you, Sado. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Help us reach our goal, guys. Come on. Thank you, guys. Help us reach our goal, guys. Come on. Let's hit it. Afia, thank you, madam. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Larry Gold, you're blessed. Thank you for the gift. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Empress. You are blessed, madam. God bless you. Thank you, Safon. God bless all of you. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the gift. Help us reach our goal. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. A sign keep reminding you that what? You cannot stop. You cannot stop. This sign tells you that what? You cannot what? You cannot stop. You cannot stop in this place. Where? You cannot stop at the hard shoulder. You cannot stop on the road. So anytime you see a sign like this combination, it means that you cannot stop at the hard shoulder, the pavement. You cannot also stop on the road. And that's why most times when you see a sign like this, that place that you see a sign, nobody dares to park on it. Nobody dares to stay on it. That place is always free. And most times, whenever you see a sign like this, it doesn't always have a hard shoulder. It's a very narrow place. And that's why they put it there so that you cannot park. And that's why they put it there so that you cannot what? You cannot put your car there. Because it is a what? A very narrow place. So if you see a sign like this, even this one safe, this one on its own means that you cannot stop there. You cannot park there. You cannot wait. Once you see this sign, you must continue to drive continuously. So this one combined to it, that means at the right hand side of the road where you saw this sign, you are not allowed to park or stop at the pavement or at the hard shoulder and on the roadway. Are we good, guys? What does this traffic signs indicate? No stopping on the hard shoulder only. No stopping for the truck only. No stopping on the roadway and on the hard shoulder. All right. Do you love what we are doing? Do you love what we are doing? Can we see you say yes or no? Or the no. Do you love what we are doing? Have you followed us? Please follow us. If this is your first time, please follow us. If this is your first time, follow us. We just want you to follow so you can know better. You can never be misled in this place. We are always informing you to know what to do So you can never miss the road. They say follow who know road, so that you not go lost. Okay? Many people don't lost where, but as far as they deal with us, they don't retrace their step back. So if you never follow us, begin follow us now. Because you need to follow who know road. Ladies and gentlemen, this zone now where you feel stop. But not more than what? 3 minutes. This place now where me and you can stop. Now where me and you go feel stop. But not what? More than 3 minutes. That means you can stop to allow people get out of your car and come in. You see Papa Caro for road, they trek inside rain, heavy rain they fall. You go see Papa Caro for road. Papa Caro, you dey drive or you dey waka with your leg? My brother, I no fit pass my driver's license. They don't chop my money. Now say make I waka small. Enter the car now, enter. Then he not entered. All this time you were discussing should not be more than what? 3 minutes. It should not be what? More than what? 3 minutes. So that means to carry Papa Caro or to drop Papa Caro, for example, it should not be what? More than 3 minutes. Because if your car spends more than 3 minutes in this sign, your car has become what? An obstacle to other people. Your car has become hindrance to other people. And that's why they tell you, anytime you see a sign like this, you must remember that your car cannot stop more than 3 minutes. You can pick somebody, you can carry somebody, but don't let your car be there for more than 3 minutes. Are we good? Are we good, guys? What is allowed in this zone which starts here? Parking, provided a parking disc is used. No. Stopping for up to what? It did there, 3 minutes. Stopping for loading and unloading as well as boarding and lighting. You see? You see? You see You see You see You see Before, you were only allowed to what? To stop for 3 minutes. All right? You cannot wait more than 3 minutes. Abi, it has ended. The time given to you, the restricted time was 3 minutes before, but now it has ended. All right? A no waiting area has what? Has ended. You are now allowed to stop and wait. Do you understand? You are now allowed to stop and wait. Because that restriction has also what? Ended. What ends here? A no waiting area. It has ended. Before you cannot wait more than 3 minutes. But now you can wait. A no stopping area. You can stop, but not more than 3 minutes. All previous zonal prohibition are lie. A no waiting area has what? Has ended. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Is it clear? Hey, God. Some people are confused. Hey, Jesus. Is it clear? It's not clear. Hey, God. Why are you guys confused now? If you are not gifting us, you are confused. You are on your own. No. If you are not gifting us and you are confused, you are on your own. You are on your own if you are not gifting us and you are still confused. Oh boy. Go hard though. There was this woman who called me this morning. Is the woman here? That woman that told me she doesn't know about the 2 roundabouts. Is she here? This was not the roundabout we see this morning. If you are here, just say hi. Madam, you called this morning and you said you don't really know the difference between the 2 roundabouts. Okay? Is the woman here now? Is she here? Is she here? Is the woman here? I wanted to call her attention. I don't think she's here. She's not here. That's why I keep telling you guys, keep watching us every day. She was confused about this roundabout. That's why I keep telling you to watch us every day. You don't know the one that will come later. Now, this is a roundabout. This is a roundabout, and this is a stop and give way sign. So here means that you are stopping and giving way to anybody you see in this roundabout. Stopping and giving way to anybody you see in this roundabout. You stop and you give way to anybody you see. Because this sign here is requiring us to stop. This sign here is prompting us, is telling us we have to give way. We have to give way. We have to stop. And that's why we have this uncle here. So anytime we have this uncle in this roundabout, we are stopping and giving way to everybody in this roundabout. Can you see a car coming from the left? Can you see a car coming from the left? Because of this sign here, so we are stopping and giving way to anybody who is here. Remember, if you want to enter this roundabout, you cannot indicate. Whenever you want to enter, the rule says that you cannot indicate. So that's the difference between this roundabout and the other one. The other roundabout, you can indicate or trafficate or signal. But in this particular one, while you are about to enter, you cannot signal. But while you are coming out, then you are not allowed to signal, because you are trying to send a message to the people who are here that you are about to leave out of the roundabout. So that is why you what? You signal to leave the roundabout, because you are about to what? Tell and send a message to other people. And while you signal, you must signal right, because the exit is always what? Right, right, right. You don't go through the left. You always go through the right. This roundabout, you always signal right to leave. So anytime you come across this sign in a roundabout, anytime you come across this sign, you are supposed to stop. Look around. Is the road clear? Is it not clear? If it is clear, you stop. And if it is clear, you enter. But if it is not clear, like we have a car here, you must stop and give way to anybody who is here. My chef, our German teacher is here. Dankeschön, chef. Dankeschön. When must you indicate? When entering the runabout, when leaving the runabout. Okay. It's not easy for a German man to be watching you now. The main man, it's not easy. That means we must have been doing something good for him to be coming here and watching us. And also, and let me tell you, for those of you who understand German better, please go to him. He will break it down for you in German. For those of you who does not understand my English and you want to learn in German, Verkehrsguru is here. He's a chef. He's master. He's a chef. He tells you what to do. All right. He's even better than me. Okay. But if you understand German, go to him. Okay. He's so good. All right. He's my chef. Okay. He's my boss. All right. All right. You bought his course yesterday, good. And so with that, you can keep learning, okay? He sells his course. If you want to get to know him better, he will tell you to buy his course, and you can also understand from him, okay? Yeah, you need to buy his course. Why I am doing my own for free of charge, you see? I'm doing mine for free for my people. For the love I have for my people, I'm doing mine for free. All right? But nevertheless, anyway, if you want to know German better, please go to him. Please don't put, Madam Stop people, don't put money here, okay? Don't put money. That's not allowed, okay? I'm sorry, Madam Unstoppable. Please don't put any money here, okay? I'm just don't put any money here, okay? Yeah, if you want to know more about it, just go to Verkehrsguru. If you want to know more about German, go to Verkehrsguru. He knows well, he knows best, and he can teach you what to do, especially those who understand German better. All right? No problem, madam. No problem, no problem. So this signs now again is coming again. So anytime a sign keep coming and coming and coming, it means that what? It's not because I don't know that I can collect money from you. It's not because I don't know that I can collect money for you to watch me, but I don't want to do it. I want you to be able to have your license quick. All right? It's not that I don't know. I know what I have to do, but I want to do it for free. Okay? It is what I choose to do it for free. Okay, so that you also can be happy, free of charge. So whenever we see a sign like this, we must understand that we are still talking about the same thing, stopping and giving way. For what? For anybody you see in this roundabout. There are so many things you have to know when you are seeing these signs. There are so many things you have to know when you are seeing these signs. So many things. Can I list them for you? I can remember some. When you want to enter, you do not signal. But when you want to leave, you signal. Before you enter, you must stop and give way because of this sign. And when you want to leave, the reason why you are signaling is to send message to other people that you are about to leave. You are also allowed to stop. I know they will say you are not allowed to stop in this roundabout, but in some cases, because of the research I have done, because of the research and the practical aspect I have seen, you are also allowed to some extent. To some extent, you are allowed to stop on this roundabout, and I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you now. How are you allowed to stop here? In case, when sometimes there is a bicycle lane that crosses at the side of the roundabout, and you must exit through the light, and you see a bicycle, you must stop there. You must stop inside the roundabout to let the bicycle pass. Or maybe you are about to exit and there is a pedestrian crossing in front of where you are about to exit. What do? You have to stop to allow the pedestrian to cross that pedestrian crossing before you move. And that's why they say, to some extent,